Imagine waking up and the ground is shaking, or a big wave is coming towards the land. These are not just movie scenes, they are natural disasters, and they happen around the world. In today's episode, we'll learn what they are and how they affect people's lives. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Slow English podcast with me, Paria. This podcast is for intermediate learners, and I speak slowly and clearly so you can understand everything. Today we're going to talk about natural disasters, what they are, why they happen, and what they can do to people and places. Natural disasters are events that happen naturally, like earthquakes, floods, wildfires, and more. They can change the landscape, destroy buildings, and cause a lot of damage. Some disasters happen suddenly, and others happen over time. In this episode, we'll learn about them and also review some important vocabulary. Alright, let's get started. Earthquake. Earthquake. An earthquake is when the ground suddenly shakes because of movements under the Earth's surface. These movements happen deep underground and cause everything on the ground to move too. Earthquakes can be very dangerous. They can break buildings, make roads crack, and even cause people to get hurt. For example, in 2011, Japan had a very strong earthquake that caused a lot of damage and also made a tsunami happen. Flood. Flood. A flood happens when there is too much water and it covers the land where people live. This usually happens after heavy rain or when a river gets too full and overflows. Floods can damage homes, destroy cars, and even carry people or animals away. In some countries, floods happen every year during the rainy season and make life very difficult. Tsunami. Tsunami. A tsunami is a huge and powerful wave that comes from the sea and crashes into the land. It is usually caused by an earthquake under the ocean. When the wave hits the coast, it can destroy buildings, pull people into the sea, and flood entire cities. A famous example is the 2004 tsunami in the Indian Ocean, which killed many people in different countries. Tornado. Tornado. A tornado is a fast-spinning column of air that comes from the sky and touches the ground. It looks like a big funnel and moves quickly, destroying everything in its path. Tornadoes can lift cars, break houses, and pull trees out of the ground. In places like the United States, tornadoes happen often during spring and summer. Volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption happens when a volcano explodes and hot lava, ash, and smoke come out of it. This is usually caused by pressure building up inside the earth. The lava can burn everything in its way, and the ash can fill the sky and make it hard to breathe. One of the most famous eruptions happened in Pompeii, Italy, many years ago, and it covered the whole city in ash. Wildfire. Wildfire. A wildfire is a big, uncontrolled fire that burns forests, grass, or dry land. It often starts because of lightning or human mistakes like leaving a campfire burning. Wildfires spread very fast, especially during hot, dry weather. They can destroy homes, harm animals, and fill the air with smoke. California often suffers from wildfires every summer. Drought. Drought. A drought is when there is no rain for a long time. Because of this, rivers and lakes dry up. Plants die and farmers can't grow food. Droughts can cause big problems for people who need water for drinking or farming. In Africa, many countries suffer from droughts that make life very hard for the people living there. Landslide. Landslide. A landslide is when rocks, mud, and earth slide down a mountain or hill. This usually happens after a lot of rain or an earthquake. Landslides can block roads, bury houses, and even hurt people. In mountain areas, people are always careful after heavy rain because landslides can happen suddenly. Blizzard. Blizzard. A blizzard is a very strong snowstorm with heavy snow and powerful winds. It makes it hard to see, move, or drive. During a blizzard, temperatures are very cold and people often stay indoors to stay safe. In countries like Canada and Russia, blizzards are common in winter. Heat wave. Heat wave. A heat wave is when the weather becomes extremely hot for many days. This can make people feel tired, sick, or even faint. In cities, heat waves are more dangerous because of the buildings and cars. During a heat wave, people should drink water and stay in cool places. Europe had a deadly heat wave in 2003 and many people died because of the high temperature. Hailstorm. Hailstorm. A hailstorm happens when hard balls of ice called hail fall from the sky during a storm. These ice balls can be small like peas or big like golf balls. Hailstorms can break windows, damage crops, and hurt animals. Farmers usually fear hailstorms because they can destroy all the plants in a few minutes. Avalanche. Avalanche. An avalanche is when a large amount of snow falls down a mountain very quickly. It can bury trees, houses, and even people. Avalanches usually happen in snowy mountain areas after heavy snow or when people ski in dangerous places. Skiers and mountain climbers are trained to watch for signs of avalanches. Now let's quickly review some of the important words from today's episode. Earthquake, when the ground shakes because of movement underground. Flood, when water covers land after heavy rain. Tsunami, a big sea wave caused by an undersea earthquake. Tornado, a fast spinning air column that destroys things. Wildfire, a big fire in forests or dry land. Drought, a long time with no rain. Volcanic eruption, when a volcano explodes. Landslide, when rocks and mud slide down a hill. Blizzard, a heavy snowstorm. Heat wave, many days of very hot weather. Hailstorm, ice balls falling from the sky. Avalanche, snow falling fast down a mountain. If you didn't understand something, feel free to listen again. Repetition is great for learning. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new. Now, I want to hear from you. What topic would you like to hear in the next episode? You can leave a comment. I'd love to know. Thanks for listening to the Slow English podcast with me, Paria. Take care and see you next time. Bye!